Hello, everyone. Welcome to Absolute Cuts. We are in my living room,
We stormed in.
my abode. Yes, because there's a storm coming.
Yeah, I didn't know about this until like earlier today. Storm Owen, is it?
So it's not Owen, but
Spelled
it's
something.
I think that's how you Eon or Owen. Owen, I think it is Owen. But because I thought it was Irish.
Yeah, I saw it
And
look
then-
Welsh.
Yeah, that could be that.
Mhm.
But then my wife has just informed me that apparently she's just taken from Lord of the Rings.
What
So,
Storm Gollum.
but but that would mean, we're not fucking run out of names yet.
Yeah,
I've
yeah,
not had
yeah,
one.
yeah.
You've not had one.
No.
So-
yeah. Storm Nelson.
There seems to be
Storm Nelson sounds bastardy.
Storm Nelson does sound good actually.
Yeah.
But yeah. Apparently I saw there's a weather person, Judith Ralston.
Okay.
I don't know if you know of Judith. She's in
I thought you said Judas.
Judith Ralston. She's
It's like, fucking hell.
she's a we- she
I don't
tells
know
you
people still use that name.
she tells you the weather's going to be a specific way, then stabs you in the back, and it turns out it's totally different. Judith is she's like the kind of wank material for a lot of
Oh,
dads.
oh
right?
no.
She's quite a sexy
Oh, we have ours in
weather.
we have ours in Irish Weather Girls.
Yeah.
Tina G.
Tina G.
Gigi Gahar.
Tina G.
TG Gahar. Tina G used to.
Wow.
Do you remember Tina G?
I remember when she competed in the Eurovision Song
Oh
Contest.
fuck. Yeah. Dana.
Ooh, I just a little bit. Ooh, a little bit of rain.
Fucking stupid.
It's she said that it is the worst weather front she has ever seen in all of her career.
Oh no. See, this is well, that's it. That's global warming. That's them chemtrails that the government's dropping down.
But I hate when because it's going to be, because I looked at it earlier on, and it's going to happen at like 5 a.m, and I hate that.
Why? Because you want to see it.
I want to see it. I'm a huge fan of extreme weather.
You know what? I am too. In fairness,
I
always
fucking love it.
You know, like if you watch Twister and thought I'd love that job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just like the panic around it. Like, see when there's a shitload of snow and stuff and people start panic buying. I like all of that.
I love panic.
And I just like seeing fucking. I don't like things getting destructed or people's lives getting fucked up. And obviously, I hate it when work gets cancelled.
Yeah.
But I do like seeing extreme weather. It's
Yeah.
class.
I like Y2K. That was my big panic one.
Yeah,
I was 10.
Chris Jericho.
Yeah, that's what it is. No, Chris. Not again. He keeps turning up.
You've just made the point that we're dressed almost exactly the
Well,
same today.
it feels like we've come in some sort of like a uniform.
It's feel like we've come in either SS uniforms, which
Off duty.
Yeah, casual SS guards.
We're about to start a bar fight.
Yeah.
Take one swig of whiskey. It's like, you know who you're fucking with, buddy.
SS guards on their downtime.
Have you been watching that show, Special Ops Lioness?
No.
Lioness. Yeah.
Is
Good.
that about the England women's football team?
Believe it or not, no.
No.
Nothing to do with it, no. It's Special Ops. It's kind of alright. It's like lesbians battering each other.
Really?
Yeah.
I've got enough of watching that, to be honest.
No. It's Zoe Saldana and fucking Nicole Kidman's in it, and
Oh, really?
Morgan Freeman's in the new one.
What the hell's this on?
It's like some Sky. It's like Sky or something. I kind of came across it and I was like, this is quite a massive like thing for never hearing it. I saw a TikTok of it. And most of it's not actually that much action based. It's more just like intelligence, and there's a person going undercover into like some sort of fucked up Bin Salmon type this situation, trying to catch him.
Very nice.
Good crack.
What have you made of the our new Nazi overlords?
Yeah, throw my heart out to everyone. I can't even do it because it's like clearly a fucking like salute.
I'll do it.
Yeah, you can do it. My heart goes out to you guys.
A heart goes out to all of you.
Fucking hell.
My
I
heart.
just you like there's either two things. You either think this guy is clearly doing it, or else he's clearly purposely playing up to it. Both are drastically terrible things. So I'm like, pick your fight.
Yeah.
So there's no real point.
Fucking genuine lunatic.
Yeah.
Like, did you see him? Like, there's so many clips of him during that. Like, there's a bit where he's like fucking bouncing about like a wee boy.
I think he's on benzos or something.
And then there's a bit that looks like he's just coming up.
Yeah.
He's like,
was that the one in behind everyone? There's head and the thing. He's like,
And then Trump's son, that big massive fucking
what the fuck
bastard.
that fucking. He reminds me of like the. Do you know? I think he would do a good job as that character in the new Star Wars films that Donald Gleason does.
Yes. Aye,
like starfighters.
Yeah, like an Empire commandant.
Yes, I think that's what he is. Yeah, but he even does the movements like him and everything. He does like the. He did this. Like he had just scored a screamer.
I know. Just because they were chanting his name.
Yeah. Oh god.
He looks like a really tall like salt shaker. He's got that. I don't know how to describe it. He's got like a kind of shape. Like a cone shape, where he almost seems like wide at the bottom. I don't know if it's the coat he was wearing, but he seems wide and then get narrower as he gets to the top and it comes to a point. A bizarre looking human.
He is bizarre. He looks like I think if anybody was going to play him as well in the film, it would be like someone like Crispin Glover.
Yes.
Just with a greasy head.
Yeah, it's how old is he? Like 20?
He's bound to.
He's not got the haircut that a 20-year-old should have.
No.
He has the haircut of a fucking late 80s Wall Street wanker.
I can imagine the woman he shags. Barron Trump. What age is Barron Trump? I gotta find this out in case he's like 15 and I'm gonna go turn it.
I reckon he's about 20.
Because I reckon it's purely prostitutes. That probably right after his dad. Right, he's 18. He's 18, right?
Fuck. We're just slagging off an 18-year-old.
Well, who cares of him?
Aye.
Barron Trump's Taylor gushes over hospitable first son's dry sense of humour.
No, nice.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, look at that fucking rat.
Bizarre looking.
Yeah, imagine your dad being Donald Trump.
I know. Fucking class.
I reckon. I wonder, does that mean he gets to stay in Trump Towers for free wherever he goes?
I imagine so.
You'd imagine so.
I mean, I wonder what happens. Do you get your own room in the White House as well?
The Sun.
Aye.
I know Biden was in. I was about to go to Barack and Michelle have a child.
I've no idea whether. I don't know if they are.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
Too career driven. Jill and Joe. Oh yeah, you're sure.
They had
Hunter.
Aye, Hunter.
They couldn't give Hunter a fucking room.
No, they couldn't give him a room. Give him a panic room.
Yeah. He'd have a glory hole going out to the hall. They'd have fucking like. No, but they'd have fucking like Kim Jong-il or something coming down the thing, and there's a cock hanging out of one of the bed. That's just Hunter's bedroom. Sock on the door.
God.
Smell. There's just meth. Like, like the smoke coming out from underneath the thing. Like, don't inhale that.
That'd be fucking incredible. If it was state visits. This is the first state visit by a German chancellor in years. Angela Merkel just settling down at night and just Hunter Biden's cock appearing through the wall.
He's like, like the alarms go off. He's like, oh my God, there's someone in. He goes, nah, it's just a fucking kitchen. And he goes, and it's melted a dildo in the microwave or something. Just taking Patsy in.
Did you see that? The most mental thing about it was Trump was joined the night, because I thought it was the inauguration, and I was like, this is insane. But it was the night before, the speech the night before, where the actual village people came on stage. But there's only one village person left.
So
the other ones are dead.
Yeah,
right. So there's one village person. I think he's the cop.
Okay, the cop's still
and
alive.
He's the only one of the original members that isn't gay.
So they just brought in the one non-gay.
They brought in the one non-gay person. And it's almost like now that all the gay guys are dead, we can finally align ourselves with Trump completely.
That's fucking ridiculous. Is that like, isn't Right Said Fred a bit like that now too?
Right Side Fred have gone. They've gone full right for years.
Oh, have they? All right.
Yeah, the Right Side Fred, the guy Richard Fairbrass from Right Side Fred used to follow me on Twitter and would contact me quite a lot. Not contact me, but comment on my shit
Quite a lot.
Quite a lot, actually. Yeah, bizarrely. Because
like,
initially, this was before they went mental, and initially you kind of go, the fucking guy who writes Fred's following me. This is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gone mental.
Do you think, I think it's quite a ballsy move because I'm pretty sure they don't get what the village people were about. I'm pretty sure nobody's checked that up.
They must have.
Right, hold on, right. So, but he's away. You're completely just destroyed rights for most LGBTQ whatever. Fucking pretty much immediately. He was sitting on the stage signing them.
Yeah.
I thought they only brought the village people in so he could arrest them. Get them.
Just get the cop to arrest them. Get the only non-gay member who is a cop to arrest the rest.
If you don't arrest your 4 band members, you're going down as well. Executing them.
Send the Native American. Yeah, right. We're deporting you back to where you came from. This is where I came from. I was here before you. Yeah, well,
Canada then.
Yeah. We're gonna demand the Native American remains where he was born.
It's fucking amazing. Send them to India where he belongs.
They must know.
They're all over the place.
They must know even Trump must know it's a gay anthem. That's why he does the wee wanking off a giraffe dance.
Oh, you think? Frankie goes to Hollywood.
Even I know the village people themselves. Again, I don't think the gay community particularly like this only remaining member of the village people, because it was him that came out and said it's not about homosexuality. The song.
Okay.
I mean, he says it was adopted as a gay anthem, but it's nothing about. And I'm like, well,
what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I mean, that's even worse, because at least if it was a gay anthem, it would have some. So you wrote a song about the Young Men's Christian Association. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's so much worse.
I'd rather it was guys getting railed by double enders all over. I wish it was that specific.
That sounds like it's now then. He's more like pedo-y.
Yeah, but those...
when you hear Christian boys, I suppose that's where my head's going.
But it's also now you're going. What you wrote a song about? What is essentially a youth hostel? You're talking about what is this? What an anthem that's about backpackers having somewhere to crash for the night? Fuck off!
I don't. He's never clearly been to a hostel either.
Exactly. Yeah.
A Native American.
Yeah.
A cop.
Yeah. There's
builder.
There's never that amount of joviality or fun when I've stayed in hostels with. If you tried to start a sing song and then had a choreographed dance in a hostel that I've stayed in, you'd get some Sri Lankan doctor telling you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Shut your fuck up. I was chatting to this guy. He was a Czechoslovakian. I know the country doesn't exist anymore. I don't know why I said that. But he's from the Czech Republic, basically. It's not even the Czech Republic anymore, isn't it?
I thought it was still the Czech Republic, but they're still called Czechs.
Yeah. He's Czech anyway, but it's. I think it's just Czechia now or something like that.
Czechia.
Yeah, I know it's.
Is it?
Not Chechnya.
No, I know Chechnya, but Czechia, is that?
Yeah, as a CZECHIA.
So the Republic's gone?
I think. I might be wrong on that now, to be honest. I think I just saw it. Do you know what? I'm only going off one football match I saw, and it changed again to whatever, and I went... So unless flash scores are well in the past.
Wow.
So I might be wrong. I'm going off flash scores here for my politics. So, he was like, all right, he was so nice in the hostel, and then he went to sleep and he just started screaming in his sleep, in his nightmares. He was just sitting there going, I was sitting there going, why am I here?
Jesus Christ.
I was like, what's he been up to?
It's Prague's Czech Republic, yeah.
Aye.
Yeah. You been to Prague?
No, never been.
Awesome city. I've been there for multiple stag do's, and there was a guy that was running the, you'll know this because you're organising Gareth's.
Yeah.
Right? There are certain activities, and unless it's one of those stag do's that is just literally you arrive, you get hammered, you go home. You get hammered for 3 days and then you go home, right? Sometimes there will be excursions. Excursions makes them sound boring as fuck. That sounds like you're going to a museum and shit. There'll be activities. So if it's in Britain, it will normally be you'll go paintballing. Some cunts will go to the comedy clubs. Or you'll go karting or something like that. So, like, but in our one, it was literally. I think I've told you this before. They had the thing. They had a bar where you would. There was like a scoreboard up on the screen, and you poured your own pints, right? But because that's very stag heavy, obviously, you had to have a go-between guy. Not a go-between guy, it sounds like a mafia, but like a kind of a guy that would book you in.
This is Paulie?
Yeah. The guy that would book you in. So there was this guy that he obviously tries to upsell you everything. And you're like, oh, do you want to go and do this? Do you want to go and fucking rally drive and all this? So like, literally all we want to do is get into this bar where you can compete with other people to see who gets drunk the quickest. Right? And it's like, right, cool. So I was kind of trying to organise it with a guy. And I don't know if you've ever tried to speak, I don't know why I'm asking this, you've ever tried to speak Czech, right? But yeah, they're a really difficult name because there's a lot of vowels that don't, there's a lot of vowels without, there's a lot of consonants without vowels next to them.
KWK.
Right? Hence the fact that CZ is the start of the fucking. Right? So it's really difficult, and because we don't have that Slavic kind of thing to our. That's why we can.
Lilt.
We could understand. The Scottish people can understand like German names more because we've got that kind of thing, but we couldn't understand that. So I was trying to be nice to this guy.
Boris.
I couldn't. Because I was quite drunk and I couldn't remember his name quite a lot, but I was like, because this guy ended up, I think he was one of these folks that ended up wanting to be on the stag do anyway.
Yeah.
Right? And so I was trying to get him to, I was like, I can't keep getting this fucking cunt's name wrong.
Yeah.
Right? And he spoke quite good English. And I was like, I'm really, really sorry. And then went to see his name and I was like, I can't do that. And I was like, could you write down your name phonetically? And he was like, and I was like, why the fuck would he know it phonetically? Like,
yeah.
So I was like, obviously I don't know the Czech word for phonetically. So I was like, well, can you write it down as it sounds? Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, can you just write down your name? And I asked him about 5 times. Right? So I got this bit of paper, right? A pen from the bar, and I was like, can you write like your name? Can you just write down your name so I'm getting it right? Can you write down your name? And he didn't write a thing. And do you know why? It's a blank check.
You're a fucking dickhead.
Oh,
you
God.
Piece of shit.
That's the longest one yet.
I was fucking hooked.
I just invented an entire story. Oh.
I was like, where the fuck's he going? Just at the end there, you're a fucking wank. A blank check.
Oh, yes.
Fucking dickhead.
Oh.
I actually forgot that was a thing in the podcast.
It's been a while since I've done one. So I was determined I was going to get one today. And then I was like...
Piece of shit.
Oh.
You fucking...
So
I actually
happy.
want to hit you just...
So happy.
There's no real thing where I just like clenching my fist slowly and going, you fucking... Yeah.
That's very funny.
Well, if you want to know what happened to me there last day, here's a good one because I told it and put it on our WhatsApp group because it was far too funny to me. Speaking of, you got mixed up, accents, even though I just found out that you've lied about all of it. I had a terrible misunderstanding in a charity shop.
Right.
Right. So what happened was I was handing in a moving house, so I've been like putting some stuff into the charity shop instead of dumping it, like puzzles.
Right, okay.
And board games and shit. I was like, here, look, get rid of this shit, right? So I walk in and I hand it in. They go, oh, thank you so much, blah, blah, blah. They're very nice. And I was like, great. Going off my wee buzz. And then you go, actually, is there any chance you could fill in this form? It's like gift aid or something. We get like 20% more from the government if you fill in this form. And I was like, sure, right? I was like, all right, sure. I fill it in, right? And I was sitting there and goes, is that all right? And then she just like turns at it and she just goes, she goes, what's your email here? Does that say NIGGE? And I was like, whoop. I put my hand up like this. So, whoop, take it easy there, Sharon. It does not say that at all. And then I had to and there was like 2 or 3 people looking at me, and I was like, no, that says Ryan Cullen 1990, right? She saw the end of my name, the N, and 199. I was like, first of all, not even letters.
Yeah.
She got.
Well, how are you writing your 9s though?
I don't fucking know.
Because if you've written the N1, if you've not put the wee stroke on it, you can easily see how that would come up as NI.
Sure.
Right? If you do 9s, as I have seen some people do, because I'll write a 9 like that with a straight line.
Yeah.
Some people do 9s like it would be on a 99 cone, right? Where circle and then a wee tail like that. Now, if you do 2 of them close enough to the line, which is small when you're writing something out anyway, that could potentially look like NIGG.
Yeah.
Right? And then your brain is filling in the regardless of what's after that, your brain's filling in the rest of the word.
I was sitting there going, oh, Sharon, going to jump in there. Nope, it's not NIGG, it's N199. And then she went, oh, okay. And then, like, I just couldn't stop, like, giggling in front of her, right? It was like her, she's from Edinburgh, and then, like, an Indian woman, the two of them just staring at me, and, like, 2 other people looking in, right? And, like, I was sitting there giggling, and I was like, well, no, that's that. And she goes, all right, no problem there, right? In my head, I was just like, can you imagine how mental it would be if I did that?
Yeah.
If they went, oh, thank you for your charity, mister.
Yeah.
Is there any chance you could, you're in the charity shop you've just given to charity, and then someone goes, any chance you could fill this in so we get more? He goes, yeah, I'll fucking fill it in. As if you were going, like, wasting 10 more seconds of my life. Yeah, I'll show you. Fucking just writing racial slurs on all the boxes.
It's even worse if you were like, if it was genuine and you're like, yeah, I'm a racist, but I also like to give back. I want to know exactly where this charity money's going to. What? Save Africa? No, give me the puzzles back, actually. I'm not. So this was Save the Children. No.
He was like, that puzzle's 14 plus. None of them make it that far.
As you can clearly see by my email address, this is not the charity shop for me.
For fuck's sake. Also, my name was in the start of it.
I know why. I know.
I'll tell you what it is. It's Ryan. It's like I got progressively, incredibly worse while writing my name. When I got to the end, I went, you know what?
That's so funny. That is so funny. There was a thing, before we get to this god-awful film, there was
these fucking trousers are bunching up.
There was a thing this week.
Annoying the shit out
We've been, you were in Newcastle for,
Punch
Blythe
Drunk.
in Ashington.
Yeah.
For Punch Drunk.
Yeah.
And then I went over, because Milo was there as well. And then I went over to Dublin and Belfast with Milo, who's Troy Hawk, you'll know him as. And he showed me a thing. He was like, I have to show you. He was so excited to show me. He was like, I have to show you this thing that we've been laughing at. And it's a reanimation of a Northern Irish guy repeatedly getting bricks dropped in his head.
It is top tier.
Honestly, if you get a chance,
I'll put it up on the Discord and Patreon and stuff like that.
It's one of those things that if you find it funny, it will be the funniest thing you have ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you'll just look at... Because I was pissing myself laughing at it, and I kept watching it in the airport on the way home, and it was getting funnier. Hey, drop another one. And I was dying laughing, right? And then I came home and I was like, to Amy, I was like, I can't wait to show you this, And she just looked at me like I had learning difficulties. She was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's great.
And there's nothing that makes you feel more like a piece of shit than when you're showing someone something and they have no reaction to it whatsoever.
Yeah. My I put it into like not the family group kind of and just got blank, got nothing, and I was like, this is the funniest thing.
Yeah.
I will put it, I think it's Patrick O'Mahony,
yeah,
I think his name is, and I can't remember what his thing is, but little animations. He has another one that's better about a com chef, but I'll have to show you that.
God.
But do you know, like, I caught Milo before the gig watching it himself. I kept going into the green room, he's sitting there himself, like, he just kept watching them all. He was obsessed. Very funny.
How were the Punch Drunk gigs?
A fucking class. They're always good. They're always great. Yeah.
Some boys.
Although
some of the Punch Drunk people pouring scorn and doubting my marathon plans.
Oh, fuck me. Yeah, that's right.
Which have started to take shape more.
Oh, I have the eye.
Manchester at the weekend, I had 10 pints in one sitting, so I'm almost halfway there for that part of it.
That's not
Now,
that's not how this works.
I was fucking wrecked. Absolutely wrecked.
Yeah, I would say so.
So yes, I am very much at the start of this training schedule, but
Yeah, I love the way you started the drinking first.
well, I feel that's the harder part.
It's not the harder part. The harder part's also running while you're drinking. You'd be
Yeah.
spewing every fucking... Yeah. There was a lot of people. Yeah. Chris, he came up to me and was just like, Chris was like, it's one of the stupidest ideas I've ever heard. Like, we've done marathons and half marathons. And he was like, that is fucking, like, you will be sick every 25 seconds.
Yeah, that is a
and
problem.
die of dehydration.
Yeah.
And many other things. There's many things that, and you can't do it. The fucking state of you.
Well, you don't know that.
I do know that.
I don't know.
When did you do the marathon last as well?
Oh, over 10 years ago.
Well then,
We had to register for a new doctor this morning.
why? What happened to the old one?
We just moved.
Oh, right. Yeah. Sorry, I thought there was a scandal coming.
But we had to go in, and you have to give, like, you don't get full medical, but they had to give height and weight, right? And I didn't realise how close I was to 6 foot until an actual professional measured me.
Yeah.
I am so close. It is genuinely fucking annoying. I'm like 2 centimetres away.
Fucking hell. Yeah.
I'm so angry about it because
Why?
I'll never ever get there.
You'll go smaller.
I'm really angry.
You get some wee platforms on you.
I always thought I was just sitting on 5'11", but it turns out I'm over 5'11 and a half.
Fuck's sake.
Like,
Do you not think then, is there ways to stretch yourself out?
you get the rack or some like medieval torture device. but
Yeah. Get her to...
there must be some way.
Get that going.
Yeah,
Amy's
I mean,
going to come
I
in
could
and you're
wear-
strapped up to the back wall.
I could wear. I know, like Tom Cruise wears like platforms, heels, and stuff like that. But I don't want to go. But you know those.
You don't have to wear them when you're 5'11" just to get over it.
I know. You know those air cushion thing. You know insoles you can get for your feet, and then you could get like a memory foam one,
Yeah.
and it just makes walking like feel like you're walking on clouds.
Yeah.
I stack 3 of them up
You do that.
in my shoes.
You stack 3 memory foam fucking
Insoles.
into your shoes
Aye.
and stand on them.
I reckon that would take me above the 6 foot.
You do that?
No, I don't do that.
Oh, right. I
But
thought you do that.
I could do that.
But you're just going to sink into them, aren't they? That's
See, that's the problem. I don't know how much I'd need to replace them on a month-by-month basis. That's another thing I'm going to look into.
Insoles.
Yeah.
You're going to trip up your insoles to get over 6 foot so you can do your 26.
Because I discovered those cushioned insoles by mistake because I had a pair of Sambas that were they were absolutely fine because Sambas last fucking years, but the inside bit had got like, I think it was like wet or something when I was down, and my mum had stuck them in like the washing machine. I was like, what the fuck are you doing? But the Sambas, the actual leather on the outside was fine and the sole was fine, but it is the insole, so it had kind of tattered away. So I was like, I need new insoles for this. So I just went to a shoe shop and I was like, do you do the insoles? And the guy was like, try these. Right, so you get them and they're like big massive clown feet, right? But they've got dotted lines where you can cut out the size of your own foot.
Yeah.
So you just cut that out and then stick it in the shoe and see when you first walk on them. Good God Almighty! It's literally like, oh, fucking,
I did it.
you float.
I put a hole in my shoe in Latvia, and I went in and got insoles in the place, and they're proper cheap as well. They're not like that bad. Like I was like, give me the good ones, then fuck it. Like
Aye.
let me go $6.99 rather than £1, and like, oh my God. Like
Awesome,
I
innit?
like it was mines weren't even big fancy memory foam ones. They were just kind of like regularly kind of cushion ones, and I was like, my God,
Yeah.
you feel like you could sprint.
Yeah.
You know, you want to like anybody
Yeah.
want to race, and they're like,
Yeah.
we're Latvian. No,
No. Have you ever watched? Not watched. Have you ever worn Crocs?
aye,
I've not ever worn
I
Crocs.
have them.
Are they comfy?
Right, here's the thing. I was very much against them. I think they look stupid and ugly. And I hate when people pretend they're some sort of hilarious fashion accessory, right? I used to abuse Sloss for them because he always had them. Because they don't even look comfortable.
No, they don't. That's the thing. I don't understand. They don't look comfortable
They
at
don't.
all.
They don't. And then you get a pair, and they're just so handy for literally. They're like, elevated slippers for around the house, because you can do everything with it. You go outside with it. You don't have to worry about it. Fucking thing. You know, there's sports mode, and that's where they strap you in a wee bit more. You can flip the little thing around. It's called sports mode, and then they just go like, "No, you can fucking half run on them things if you wanted to."
In case we suddenly need to chase an assailant.
Yeah. They're handy. They're handy as fuck. I think they're more handy than anything else, you know.
Because they're the footwear choice of the nurse or the dentist.
I can
or the
absolutely
doctor.
see why that's perfect, because
on their
like
feet all day, just
on your feet, comfortable. Breathe. I mean, like, I just when people they do look shite though. I don't understand why they look shite. Surely there's a way.
That is quite a plus point. The breathability of them.
There is breathability, you know. Put little decorations on them. I've got some decorations. You push little things on them.
Because I have quite.
I got a weed plant, because there was only one there. One of the black cat's face, and a peach.
A peach. Where'd you get these from?
I can't remember where I got them.
Was there not? So what? Did you get the last three in the shop?
No, they're just. I think I got them in like a market or something like that. They were just. I was like, oh, for Crocs, great.
Yeah, I have quite a. I have quite a sweaty foot.
Yeah, but that sounds like your one's all right.
No, they're both bad.
Oh, the left one. The left one when you get it going. Oh,
it's really bad actually sometimes.
Nice. Well, insoles are green when you take them out. They squeeze the smell out of them.
I might get a pair.
Do it. We'll go into the film now, may as well, because this week was. It wasn't revenge, because I don't know. It felt like revenge, and then you were like, "What's the revenge for? What did I do to you?"
Yeah,
and I'm like, I don't know. But it was revenge, all right. I think we did loads of Christmas films. That's what it is. And when we started the year, too well, in my opinion, we speed.
Yeah.
So this week we're doing John Tucker Must Die. Yeah, you don't look too happy about this.
It's a film I'd never heard of.
You'd never heard of it?
Never seen. I'd never heard of it in my life.
Oh, I definitely remember it when it was out, because I remember it was that guy's one film.
Yeah.
Because of Desperate Housewives.
Jesse Metcalfe.
Yeah, so Jesse Metcalfe, if you don't know, his storyline on Desperate Housewives was he was sexually assaulted by Eva Longoria.
Yes.
You know,
which
could be happened to worse.
Yeah, it could.
Storyline's absolutely mental when you look back.
I
kind
of remember this. I didn't really watch. Obviously, Desperate Housewives wasn't massively aimed at me. What was me being around about?
I watched all of it, to be honest.
What age? What year was Desperate Housewives? Like early 2000s?
I would say that. Yeah, I would go 2003, 4, 5, 6.
So I'm like in my early 20s.
Yeah.
So I'm not watching Desperate. I've seen episodes.
Yeah.
And obviously I knew who Terry Hatcher was, and I knew who
Mike Delfino.
No, I don't know who that is.
That's the character. It's a dude.
I know Eva Longoria, and I knew the woman that ended up going to jail.
Yeah.
What was her name? Felicity Huffman.
Oh, that's right. I know that name.
She's not go to jail. She's not kill someone or some shit.
Oh, maybe. I mean, I don't.
Vehicular manslaughter.
Vehicular manslaughter. The woman's married to William H. Macy's, isn't it?
Who's that?
One of them is
one
married.
of the housewives.
Aye.
Were they all desperate?
Nah, they're all desperate in a different way.
They're all desperate. What are they desperate for? Just cock?
No. One of them is.
Is that Eva Longoria?
Well, yeah, she keeps shagging 15-year-olds.
Was her husband an actual? Was he not like a drug dealer, like a drug lord or something?
I think something he did in a later season. I can't believe we're getting into Desperate Housewives lore. I can't remember. He was like a big fancy job at one stage in a way, and then he definitely did something mad criminal. Yeah, he went to jail, didn't he? He eventually went to jail, and
that's what I thought.
Yeah.
So he was a gardener.
Yeah, so Jesse Metcalfe was.
He was only 12 years old.
He was like, I think he had just turned 16, and then Eva Longoria was bringing him to shag him all the time.
Right.
And then like leading them on and stuff. And now it's just quite funny. You're like, oh, that's mental. That's not on. You know.
Yeah.
But now if that was made nowadays, you'd be like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that is horrible. I fucking hate this guy.
Yeah, he's fucking. He didn't really do well. Like
I looked him up. Right, I hate him as a character.
I don't know.
We'll get to that. I hate him as a human.
Oh, really?
I don't even know the guy or anything, but I think the character is just seeped in where I hate him beyond belief.
Yeah, okay.
So I looked him up, right, to see what else. So he's been in films.
Okay, right, okay.
Right, but very little that you will ever have heard of.
Yeah.
So John Tucker must die, and then he did a film called Insanitarium, direct to video, and he didn't manage to do the first God's Not Dead, but he was in God's Not Dead 2.
Okay.
In fact, he seems to have he seems to join things in their sequels because he's in Escape Plan 2.
Is he? Fuck. I don't remember him in that. And
then he's in both Dead Rising Watchtower and Dead Rising Endgame. But again, never in the first Dead Rising. Never. Always the
not interested.
Always
Unless there's a two.
Always the bridesmaid, never the bride.
Yeah.
Old Metcalf. Because I was like, I fucking hate this piece of shit. Largely because he's like good looking and shit. But so there's not much about his early life.
Yeah.
But his career, he did this, and then he's on like Hallmark TV channel stuff now. But this is the interesting stuff.
Right. Okay.
Here's the good stuff. Right. In March 2006.
Yeah.
Right. Which Irish singer do you think he had a long-term relationship with? Long-term being 2 years.
Fuck. Jesse Metcalf had it.
Jesse Metcalf had a 2-year relationship
Imelda
with
May.
an Irish singer. No. Nadine Coyle.
Fuck off.
Girls Aloud.
Oh, wait a minute. Why the fuck is that ringing a bell now all of a sudden? Jesus, Nadine.
This shocked me.
That is shocking.
That shocked me. The only other two...
She used to go out with Nadine Coyle. Wow.
The only other two interesting things are... In 2013, Metcalf was entered into a Toyota celebrity race, but did not start it. This is good, though. In March 2007, so this may be what led to the breakup. March 2007, Metcalf entered rehabilitation to seek treatment for alcoholism, right? And it clearly didn't go well, because in November 2008, he hosted the World Music Awards in Monaco. While at the after party for the ceremony, Metcalf fell 33 feet to the ground from a second-story balcony.
Fucking hell. Limp-handed. That's fucking amazing.
33 feet.
How the fuck's he alright? That's quite a fall.
All he did was fractured his fibula.
Right, you know, I'm starting to come around to him now.
Jesus.
Yeah, it didn't really pin him down as an alcoholic.
No.
That's very funny. He managed to fucking fall 33 feet.
33 feet, that's a long way.
Yeah. Nadine's probably like, I can't have this.
No, he was also in the second series of The Masked Dancer.
The Masked Singer
shit,
thing?
yeah.
Masked Dancer?
Well, this is Masked Dancer. I didn't even know there was a Masked Dancer.
God, I didn't know
he
that
played
either.
astronaut.
Okay, right. Well, you can see an astronaut's face,
What
so I'd be like, is that Jesse Metcalf in an astronaut's
Yeah.
outfit? How can you be astronaut?
How can you be a masked... What the fuck is Masked Dancer?
It just must be what it says in the tin. You just
Never
do it.
heard of this in my life.
You can't sing, we'll get you in to do a wee fucking...
Let's find it. The Masked Dancer. Who presented this piece of shit? Oh, Joel Dommett. Well, it's exactly the same.
Yeah, okay, right. Well, fuck's
But it was an ITV. It was originally based... What? Is this the same fucking thing?
It's quite disturbing if anybody ever got that. That's the thing I don't trust about that show. Because the celebrities aren't big enough.
No, there was
So
only
you can't
two
just be
series of
like,
this.
did you see the way he spun? That is clearly Jesse Metcalf.
Yeah. So it's exactly like The Masked Singer, but it's for dancers. So other contestants that were on it with him
These are not going to be big.
were Adam Garcia, the actor,
Yeah.
Bruno Tonioli, who I think had an unfair advantage considering he judges people's dancing.
Okay.
Kimberly Walsh from Girls Aloud.
Right.
Denise Lewis, the athlete.
Kimbo Slice. David
Seaman. Jesus fucking Christ. This is utterly ridiculous. So he played astronaut, right? Listen to how shite some of the people got, right? He played astronaut. Kimberly Walsh played Odd Socks. Denise Lewis played Sea Slug. And then the actress Joanna Page just played Pig.
You're perfect for Pig. What are you fucking trying to say here?
Oink oink in your fucking costume.
Yeah. You smell of shit anyway, so it's going to be a perfect fit for you. That's amazing. Yeah. But by the way, what would you give this? By the way, you can't, as I said about Masked Singer or Dancer, you can't get that right.
No.
There's no way you can do a twirl and thing and go, well, that's obviously Jesse Metcalfe from season 1 of
exactly.
Desperate
But also,
Housewives.
is that not the deal? I've never watched The Masked Singer, so is that not the deal? Like, you can't actually really tell who's singing the songs, because I assume, as I saw some news report about how what's her name? I try to say goodbye. Macy Gray.
Macy Jones. Macy Gray.
So she stormed off because she was like voted off or discovered third or some shit like that. I'm assuming she's not coming out and singing like Macy Gray, because you'd guess it immediately. There must be some kind of...
Unless it was just, if it was Macy Gray and Christopher Walken, I feel like that's it. Anyone else you're not going to get.
Aye. But that's such a distinctive voice. You could have like James Brown on it.
Yeah.
James Brown singing fucking Ed Sheeran goes, good God! And then folk going, I don't know, I think is that Nick from the Backstreet Boys?
yeah. Denise Van Outen. It was Brad Pitt. Ooh.
I loved that. I loved watching that where people would genuinely guess that they were actual like huge celebrities.
Yeah,
they're fucking not.
Yeah. That's I think you even said about this in the podcast before. Ken Jeong.
Yeah, we have. Shit,
you haven't it?
God, we've discussed this fucking show before.
Yeah, because Ken Jeong. Yeah, we were saying about Ken Jeong going like, "Oh, is it Mandy Dingle?" And like, you don't know what you're talking. You don't know who that is. Yeah. Somebody's just feeding shit into your ear.
Amy this morning. Do you know the guy that's on social media a lot that plays the David Brent lookalike?
Yeah.
And he turns up on, like, people invite him to their wedding, and then so they get the whole congregation come in, the wedding party come in, and he's like sprawled out on the top table like that, and then he goes and stag does a lot, but he's there for the full day. Because boys at Screen Rock podcast did it, where he gets invited to the stag do, but he's there first thing in the morning. And then they made the great point that that's funny for about the first 30 seconds. By hour 10, you're like,
oh my
why doesn't
God.
this guy fuck off?
Yeah.
Right? So Amy was watching, and she was like, I didn't really get it. And I was like, how do you mean? And she was like, well, why is he doing it? And I was like, well, he's making money from it. And she was like, she can't. But he can't need the money. And I was like, what do you mean he can't need the money? She was like, he's a millionaire. And I was like, are you under the impression this is the actual Ricky Gervais? And she was, is it not? I was like, good God almighty, who have I married here? What are you? You thought Ricky Gervais,
he's turned up the bowling clubs
who
in
has
Balerno?
two of the most successful and best sitcoms of all time, and hosted the Golden Globes, who lives in LA, is coming back to do a fucking stag do in Rotherham for 60 quid. What are you talking about?
Boys, I have to go. Golden Globes in 2 hours. Okay. Sheffield.
Insane.
That's so good.
By this film, like,
well, do you want to rate the film out of 10?
No.
Yeah.
There is no. No is not only that I don't want to, it is also my score out of 10.
Right.
Just
no out of 10. Right. I'll tell you one thing I'll say before I go into this, right? I thought that this was a very different type of film, right? Because as far as I remembered, it was like, do you know, I think I got this mixed up slightly with Win a Date with Tad Hamilton.
Yeah.
Right? Where I thought it was like slightly more of an older age thing. I didn't know this was like a straight up teenage in high school thing. I actually thought they would be like, I mean, they all are 27. They all look like fucking 27 in it. But, I mean, I didn't think this was going to be pretty much like High School Musical without the songs.
Yeah.
You know?
The chick that plays, like, the vegan girl in it.
Yeah.
She is in...
I know her,
She's playing a college student in Van Wilder 3 years before this film. That's how old she is.
No.
And she's back to playing a 16-year-old in this film.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Cheb's out on Van Wilder and then sitting there with fucking... Oh,
Can I just also say, not one person in this film acts like they're 16 years old.
No.
Not one person.
Yeah. During one stage, I was like, I don't think whoever wrote this film has ever spoken to a woman before, right? But then when I got to the end of it, I was like, I don't think this person who wrote this has ever spoken to a man before either.
Yeah.
So it's not really, it's like, John Tucker must die, sure, but so should most of the people involved in making the film.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, real bad.
And also, I'll get this right away. My biggest bugbear with this film is I thought they were actually plotting the murder of this guy.
Yeah.
The basic storyline is three girls from different, and it's, by the way, Americans, it's fucking clique. It's a clique. Stop calling it a clique. It's not. It's clique. There's a QU. It's clique. They fucking. She says, "Oh yeah, he always dates girls from different cliques."
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's not. I don't care how you think you say it. You're wrong, right?
You're just fucking wrong.
How fucking ridiculous it is that they go to the same high school,
yeah,
but they don't know.
Yeah.
But,
oh, sure. He's half shagging them in the fucking like canteen in front of everybody.
How the fuck?
Yeah,
put them for different towns.
Yeah,
or different high schools.
Yeah,
right. Three lassies that are at some fucking water park or some week suddenly find out they're all there to meet the same guy.
Yeah,
that's more plausible than three girls in the same year.
Yeah.
Of high school.
It also implies there's more than them three. So he's got like 7 or 8 going basically on the go, but these 3 find out together.
Yeah, and then they decide that the only way they have to get back at him. Right, they have to get back at him, but get back at him means embarrassing him in some way. And then when that doesn't work, they decide that the only way they're going to get back at him is by making the new girl, who I don't know how fucking long she's been there, but nobody knows who she is. They're going to get her to, so they're going to get him to fall in love with her, and then they're going to break his heart the way he has broken theirs.
Yeah. Do you know, I feel like the first 40 minutes was lined up like this could be a young feminist. This could be good for it could be a strong little point here for feminism, and then the last 40 minutes ended up like the worst ever point for like it kind of lost its I think it lost its fucking everything. Well, mind you, it had nothing either, but like I know that guy as well, this brother. That's Penn Badgley. He's from you. He's big now. Penn Badgley. He's big now.
His name's Penn.
Yeah, Penn, like Penn and Teller.
All right.
Yeah.
And his second name's Badgley.
Penn Badgley. Yeah.
What a shit name.
Yeah, he was in You know the stalker thing, the show.
I don't know you.
Yeah. I don't know
Penn Badgley.
Penn Badgley, isn't it?
Fucking shite name.
Penn Badgley and Jesse Metcalfe.
Cunts.
And Brittany Snow.
Fuck off. Is that what one of them's called?
Isn't that Brittany Snow, I think, is the main girl.
The vegan girl's called Sophia Bush.
Sophia Bush. They've all got stupid names, basically, is what you're saying.
My problem is, if it had been a film where they genuinely try and kill this, if they tried to murder this man, I'd have been invested.
Yeah,
I think that could have been.
Yes, that could have been better.
That's a good premise for a film.
Yeah.
3 high school students are fed up getting cheated on by this dude, so they plot and carry out his murder. That's a fucking great film.
I will say one thing. In the grand scheme of whatever happens in this film, he isn't as much as a bad guy as them 4.
I wrestled with this.
Right. I've come to this conclusion. I have too, right? He's clearly like a fuck boy.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever. Leading these girls on, cheating on them, right? But they drug him. Mind you, it's with estrogen and all. We'll get to that. Yes. That's amazing. Right, but they drug him. They they're trying to humiliate him naked in public. Mm-hmm. They nearly get him killed climbing across a balcony.
Which, as we know now about Jesse Metcalfe, is a bad mistake.
Yeah.
You can't get that boy to climb a balcony.
That'd be great if it was after that. He's like, you're still wearing a thong. Man, he loves that show. He loves that film. It's his one thing. John Tucker must die. He has to bring it up at all opportunities. I think that. Yeah, I kind of the grand scheme. I feel like if the police were to come in, they'd be like, "Well, we're going to have to arrest you 3."
Arguably, yes, he doesn't do anything wrong. He acts. He
does do things wrong.
He does stuff wrong, but he doesn't do anything criminal. He doesn't get any of them pregnant.
Yes,
right. He doesn't sexually abuse any of them. Which
I feel like if it's realistic, that is what he's doing.
That he is absolutely. He's the captain of the high school basketball team. He is a date rapist. If you had to design a date rapist,
yes,
him.
They've just went, let's go 12s instead of 15s in this film. But that's really what
that's what he is.
Yeah.
But so he doesn't do anything like that. He's nice to them when he is actually with them.
Yeah.
All he's doing, and to be fair to him, he's not actually going out with any of them.
Yes. So
he says he can't have a girlfriend because of basketball season, and his dad won't allow it because it takes away from his game. But if you're quite willing to just hang about and fuck around with me, happy days. They all say absolutely.
Yes. Yeah. So he's a fuckboy. He's like lying. Mm-hmm. Is this crime? He's lying to these people. He's kind of like he's upfront, but lying about it.
Yeah, he's a liar. Yeah.
So he's a liar and all that type of shit. And then you're just like, right, that's cool. This is where I feel like if the movie went a little bit up a gear, this could have been big. If he was like a dodgy lad, like a proper dodgy lad. Mm-hmm. I mean, like it's dodgy. Like don't stay away from him. Like he's a bit of a fucking playboy here, obviously, but. Like, if he was an actual, like, what I think they're trying to paint him as at the start, if he was, like, a date rapist or something, then everything they do is way better. Like,
it makes more sense. Yeah.
It makes more sense, yeah. And then they go try and kill him.
Aye. That would
perfect.
Yeah. But also, right.
And also, they should have the film should have been, like, 12 minutes long and just went, let's just accuse him of rape. Fuck this.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot, because, right. Yes, he doesn't do that much wrong, right? Apart from he does lie to them and he does hoodwink them and make them look foolish, right? The things I'll say about it is, imagine the roles were reversed. Imagine this was a film about 4 dudes going, I'm going to fucking take that bitch down. Can you imagine how sinister a film that would be?
You fucking stuff her with testosterone.
How bad. We're gonna put her in male boxers and we're gonna hang her outside. We're gonna hang her outside on a balcony to the point where she breaks in to a middle-aged man's room. He's gonna come in, find her in underwear. Right? How fucking sinister a scene is that suddenly? What we're gonna do is, right? We're gonna get her naked, right? And then we're gonna take her out to the woods, and a stranger's gonna come in and take photos of them, and then we're gonna spread those photos all over the cinema screen and say that she's got the clap. That's what we're gonna do. That'll fucking show her, right? Yeah, we're gonna you're not fucking healthy. You're not fucking insulin she takes every day. You know that? We're gonna fucking inject testosterone in it, right? So she grows a cock. That's what we're gonna fucking do. How horrible a film is that?
Mandy Tucker must die.
Even the name must die. It stopped being a light-hearted pretend feminist high school comedy to being like a fucking Tate Brothers manifesto.
Yeah. The Broverse or whatever. Manosphere. The Broverse. Mine's better actually. Right. I had some notes about this, right? I was sitting there going like, you remember the scene where they bring out a PowerPoint presentation? They were like, first we need to describe John. It doesn't really make sense. They're just trying to make a scene happen, even though nothing really made sense. And I was just like, imagine what they'd write on a PowerPoint about your appearance.
Go on then.
No, that's enough. Like, we need a 40x screen just to fit you on.
Somebody's wheeling in a projector. It's not big enough. Just shine it on the wall. Just shine it on the wall.
They're like, we have to make this guy undateable. And I was like, should we make him Presbyterian?
He's doing a pretty fucking good job himself.
Yeah. But but they had that photo shoot. Didn't really make too much sense. You just kind of went with it. Nothing really makes sense. This is a shite film, basically, is what we're trying to say. The herpes advert in the cinema, right? Like, you've never seen a cinema in front of, like, they're going to be watching Gladiator. Usually it's like proper, like, Coca-Cola. Yeah. I was like, how much does that cost, that advert, first of all? I don't want to be jumping in here, but that's like a 25 grand advert at least. Yeah. Right?
To get it on a cinema. A big screen, a weekend screening. Yes.
Yeah. And it's just him topless going thing. And it's like 3 PowerPoint slides, basically. Yeah. And there's no way they would be like, yeah, fucking play it. Yeah. Right. But the last one's, I have it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then they knew he was going to be at the cinema.
That makes no sense at all.
At that time.
They knew he was going to take this girl to that specific screening in that specific cinema. Shite. How did they get access? So they have either, like you said, managed to edit together a fake advert in days and then sold it to the cinema or whoever takes care of the advertising, or they've hacked into the screen and they've managed to splice it into the projector. Shite.
Yeah.
Also, like you say, I have never been sitting there waiting for the cinema to start, and before the trailers, it's just gone. Do your dick ever itch? Do you ever have scabby bits in your balls? Do you ever piss blood? You might have herpes. We all have herpes. Don't worry about it. And
he certainly does.
Why the fuck? Why? What award exists for highlighting the troubles? He gets an award. This is the problem. None of their plans work because he ends up turning it onto his own advantage.
Owning it. Yeah.
So he gets an award for highlighting the plight of teenagers with herpes.
Yeah. That it's not a thing.
Why? And then, so not only does he get this award, there's a shitload of kids with herpes on the stage.
Trying to kiss him?
We get like big fucking pustules. And then a bizarre mental bit where there's a deaf girl in the crowd and she signs, is he getting an award for herpes? And the other person signs back, no, he's getting an award for the clap. And you're like, what?
None of that fucking nothing really scanned any of their plans. A lot of them were like setups for just make something happen. Like I said, the appearance thing, there's no need for them to do a PowerPoint presentation. I think they just wanted like some sort of a Joker thing in it. That one, like, how is he going to own herpes? Like they wrote that part and then they went, how's he going to own it? Just say he brought light to it.
He highlighted the plight
within a day too.
Yeah, exactly.
Within like a day, they happened to have this cunt. With 5,000 people in there taking fucking.
There's some awards committee going. There's literally no standout candidate for the highlighting of herpes award this year. Have you not heard what John Tucker's done?
I thought he was going to die soon. Oh my god.
Then the second one is because he's this also, right? This fucking kid is, I reckon, 5'7", right? He's not a tall dude.
Messi.
5'8".
Jesse Metcalf.
5'8"
Messi.
at best. Messi, aye. Let's find out. I should still have his
Messi jet calf.
See if he's has he got his
Messi jet calves, in fairness, because he's done quite a lot of slam dunks. They had a couple of slam dunk shots. He's wearing number 23 too. He wore Jordan's number. I was like, oh, this is fucking unbelievable.
Does it have his height? No, it does not. He's not a tall boy.
Yeah.
Yet he plays like. Do you ever play NBA Jam? The game. This kid never scores a normal point.
Yeah.
Also, he's white. Let's fucking address the elephant in the room here. He's a white 5'8" basketball player.
Hi,
I'm not. Don't give me a fucking Larry Bird shit or
not
anything
Larry
like that,
Bird.
right?
Yeah, Jason Williams and shit. Right. He was tiny.
But did he ever score?
No, he was
the kind of dunks that this kid scores.
No, he was more skill passes and like little small alley ups. It was never. This guy's fucking Jordan.
He either scores the kind of dunks that when they have the slam dunk competition in the All Stars weekend, but they're allowed to use a trampoline.
Yes,
every dunk he scores is like that. At one point, he does a full front flip and then dunks it. The only thing that's missing is that NBA Jam thing where you put it down and the ball's on fire.
Yeah. The thing backboard smashes.
Yeah. So it's either that or 3-pointers. But not even normal 3-pointers.
No, he's holding some of it away for like 50.
And everyone that has 3-pointers is from the halfway line.
Yeah.
He doesn't score normal 3-pointers.
Yeah, he's literally Steph Curry. It's either Steph Curry or Michael Jordan at all times. Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. And then, so the second punishment is they feed him, so he's drinking protein shakes, and they put estrogen in it. And the estrogen works so quickly that from him going a double dose of estrogen to the next game, basically on the most emotionally charged period that any woman has ever had.
I found it so. I was like, first of all, like I was quite shocked because I was just like, they were like, we're going to spike him with estrogen, and I was like, my God, that's terrible. Because what happens if he'll probably crash his car or something? No, nah. No, come on. I did find it way more, but it was really funny how sexist it was. As much as that joke is, the actual thing was, we'll give him estrogen and then he'll immediately become shit at basketball.
Yeah,
He actually immediately just became shit at basketball.
How can we make him shit at all sports? Let's make him a woman.
Yeah, they were basically like, if he takes estrogen, it'll be the WNBA and nobody will be watching. That's embarrassing. He's not going to get paid anything for these slam dunks. Oh, fuck me. The drugging him estrogen was so funny.
I mean, it's so illegal. It's ridiculous. So highly illegal.
Also, taken from The Longest Yard.
Is it? I don't remember that, but...
Yeah, not the old one. That's why.
They just acknowledge the new one.
Yeah, well, fuck you. It's 20 times better. It's one of the greatest films of all time. There's a wrestler. Is it Kevin Nash?
Kevin Nash.
Yeah, Kevin Nash.
Diesel.
Big
Daddy Cool.
Goldberg spikes him with estrogen, and he just
Does
in the game he just starts crying and being emotional.
So it's the same joke.
Yeah, the exact same thing. Yeah,
I wonder who stole from who.
Yeah. What time was when
idea.
was the original or the make? I feel like it might have been later, but
so what was this?
So you type in. Are you writing in The Longest Yard?
The Longest Yard's 2005.
Okay, so John Tucker. Which one is still taking the joke? 2006, John Tucker.
Oh,
1 year after.
Oh, that's too soon as well.
That's fucking that's brutal. Yeah, they spiked him.
Another strike against John Tucker.
Yeah, John. John.
I have a real problem with how much they act like adults. First of all, I don't like the fact that there's so many bits that you kind of go, you have to take yourself out of the film and go, remember these are 16-year-old children.
Yeah.
Right? The bit where she's cutting about in lingerie, you know, when they dress her up and like,
weird.
You should wear underwear to school.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't because you're 16.
Yeah.
The 16-year-old,
yeah.
The two, one bit's weird and one bit's just annoying. The weirdest bit is the reason that they all find out each other is going out with them is because they have to share a PE class because they're all in different PE classes.
Yeah.
But because one of they only have, I mean, let's be honest, they only have about 4 teachers in the whole fucking school because we only ever see a couple of them.
Useless as always.
Oh God, the reason they've only got 2 PE teachers, so they need to combine classes, and the reason they have to do that is because a PE teacher dies. A mid-50s PE teacher dies because John Tucker smiles at her, and she is so desperate for that 16-year-old hot cock that she has a heart attack on the stairs and dies. How fucking ridiculously weird a film is this? A 50-year-old woman looking at a young man and going, Jesus Christ, he's so hot. My heart can't even take this. My old heart can't take this bustling, sloppy, wet, sweaty, tanned young cock.
You see when your balls drop, John? Drop them in my mouth. Has a fucking heart attack. Slumps down the fucking
slam mad dunk.
Fucking hell. Get it right in my gunt.
So that's just weird. The annoying one is what 16-year-olds ask each other out for dinner?
Yeah.
Who goes to dinner when you're 16? You have so little money, and you wouldn't have a fucking clue what restaurant to book, let alone a French restaurant that serves lobster. He orders lobster at one point, right? The cunt's got a boat, boat that is basically the most. It's like the fucking Sultan of Brunei's yacht, right? Fuck. And then another point, right? The worst bit. When they're talking about, so he's now going out with the new girl, Brittany Snow, and he hasn't. So they've obviously. So when they get back in the locker room after a basketball game, all the guys are like, "So you fucking tapped that, yeah? You fucking." And then they're all ribbing him because like, oh, you're so whipped.
Well, that woman's spying.
You've not even, yeah.
Again, flip the gender one.
Like fucking John McClane in the air duct, like filming them, like
filming again. If it was a guy in filming all the women change, a part of the film.
To show later on, what were you doing in there? I was getting some locker room footage of the girls to splice into the documentary I'm making about them.
Mandy Tucker must die.
So they're all ribbing him, going, "Oh my God, you've not shagged her yet. You're so whipped." And then he goes, "Gentlemen, it's like having an 82 Bordeaux," and they all nod. He's fucking right there. He's right there about the 82. If it was an 83 Bordeaux, 16-year-old kids, they've not a fucking clue what an 82. But I've never heard the word Bordeaux in my life when I was 16.
Yeah. They couldn't count the 82. Oh, they were fucking
arseholes.
Yeah, and also that really does add an extra layer to the whole in the cinema. Whoever didn't check these adverts, it was like, this guy's an advert, a 16-year-old, this cunt's got herpes, everyone, to the local town.
See the main guy that's ripping him as well, right? The big fat dude.
Ah, yeah.
Right? And he's like that, "Hey, John, you going to come to the party tonight?" And he's like, "No, I'm going to go and see Kate." And he's like, "Well, I've got to slam all these high school chicks myself." You play the mascot. You're not even a fucking player. You're the guy in the mascot. Like, how good a team are you when even the mascot's getting tail? Fuck off. You're getting fuck all. You're getting fuck all for a start because they look at the state of you. But you're also getting fuck all because you play the mascot.
Yeah. I fucking hate mascots too.
Oh,
stupid. Like a fucking Gunnersaurus. Like, fuck off. Remember, Arsenal trying to get rid of him. Arsenal trying to get rid of him to cut funding. They're like, we're not paying this guy 50 grand to drag around as the thing. And Ozil was like, I'll pay for it. As one publicity stunt, and then they were like, all right, we'll keep it going and you can fuck off, Ozil.
Right. I'm very quickly going to go through things that annoys me.
Here's a couple of first of all, I find it very funny, if he did fall off the balcony of his thong, how fucking tragic again that would be, his whole family like howling at the bottom. Like, it would be a pretty tragic death, right?
You running up sticking an orange in his mouth.
Yeah. Right, but the other one was, do you know with the thong part, they were put him in a thong and he starts owning wearing a thong. He's like, it's quick, it makes me move quicker, blah blah blah. And then all the guys start wearing it, right? And then they all put on thongs and immediately turn into the Harlem Globetrotters. That's when you were talking about they were doing the backboard bouncing thing,
every single one of them scores a dunk. Even the fucking mascot's getting a dunk then.
Oh, it's nonsense. Like, I'm wearing one now. I can't play basketball.
There's a line, right? So the three girls are all different. So one of them, who's a shanty, is the head cheerleader, right? One of them, her thing seems to be she runs the school TV studio, which you're going, why the fuck has the school got its own TV show?
Yeah.
News bulletin.
Yeah.
And then the other one is just a vegan. But she's a vegan, but she's also a slag.
Yeah.
That's basically the
only one type of meat.
Yeah, no, that's a line. She kind of comes up to him and goes, for John, I don't have to give up all meat. And I'm like,
I missed that.
She says, so when
they
make out her, she gets called a slut a lot in this film.
Yeah, she's like,
and even she's like, oh my God, I'm a fucking take this all the time. Oh God, I can't get enough of it. At one point, she whispers to him and goes, do you know, John, for you, I don't have to give up all meat. 16.
God. Did you find anything funny in this?
No.
I had one.
What?
There was one funny bit. It was just at the end, when they were doing the big dramatic, they're both on stage.
Yeah.
And she's explaining to him, and somebody in the crowd just goes, louder. That killed me. Somebody's like, I want to hear what's going on louder. And then she just picks the mic and starts doing it.
Well, that's true,
I laughed at that. I thought that was funny.
But then they ruin it because then nobody learns a fucking thing in this film. Yeah. Nobody comes out a better person. They all come out arguably worse.
They do, yeah.
She's a piece of shit, even though she's the person that's supposed to be the moral crusader. She's lied, and she's become everything that she hated. And even though she comes out at the end and goes, "Oh, me," and she's also nearly fucking destroyed this. What's his name? Penhaligon? Penn
Badgley.
And
You didn't even get with him at the end.
No,
I thought that was going to be the big thing. You know, she goes with a normal guy.
And then he's learned fuck all, because at the end, even though he's going, "Oh yes, I've lied," and then at the end he's like that, "Hey, I'd like you to be my girlfriend, but I'm going to be completely upfront. This is my other girlfriend."
Just Polly. He's just a polyamorous. It took him 80 minutes.
Let's go and have a fucking three-way.
Yeah.
And then
so he hasn't changed really.
He's not changed. The three other girls haven't changed in the slightest, because they're just as fucking arseholey.
Yeah.
None of the schools learned any message, because even when he's going, "Listen, I've lied to women," and everyone's like, "Fucking yes!" Like, no, it's wrong, and they're like, "How can it be wrong? You banged so many chicks."
That's right. That good. You have going, woo. Yeah. And then like she comes out of it the worst, because like she just comes like, "Yeah, you know, I didn't really get the guy, blah blah blah. I didn't get the other guy. We're friends now, but I just turned into that person my mother hated. I'm popular now."
Yeah, exactly.
And you're like, what was that? As a terrible message to. I'm not. So if you're taking messages from John Tucker Must Die, you need to be shot anyway. But there's who thick Americans are. Just like thing. Yeah.
Right. Very quickly, things that annoyed me. Right. Also, I hate the party. It's fucking shite. It's got a fucking MC. It's got a band. It's everything that's wrong with American parties.
Yeah.
I've just put "this cunt has a boat." I like that.
Yeah.
I hated the fact that there had to be that scene where two of them fucking got off with each other in the car.
Oh,
and then
weird.
You had some
weird.
basic 8-year-old come up and go, "Oh my God, fucking do it again."
Yeah, weird shit.
I hate the fact that they immediately make her pretty by straightening her hair. That's all it took.
Yeah.
Literally all it took, because that ugly curly bitch, she can get the fuck.
He was like, "Who is that?"
I hated how they found out, because that stupid fucking arsehole that runs the TV station went, "It's on the DL, but," and then covers her mouth, but yells louder than anything else. She's like, "Well, it's on the DL, but I'm dating John Tucker." And then they're all like that. "You're fucking dating who, you cow?"
The teacher having absolutely no authority, just falling over everything.
And the only other thing I wanted to talk about. I told you there was a cool fact about this. It's an interesting fact rather than a cool fact, because it's actually pretty fucking disgusting.
Okay.
The Coca-Cola logo appears in every single scene of this film.
Fuck off. Like I did write a note down that Diet Coke was heavily involved in everything. There was on the kitchen table, it was on the parties, there was cans of Coke.
There's always someone at the basketball games drinking it. Everyone at at least one person at the party's got a Coke can. The Coca-Cola symbol is in every. When they drive away at the start, they're leaving the old home. A Coke van comes round.
When the 16-year-olds going like, "Look at me in lingerie, he's got a little tramp stamp of Coca-Cola." They're like, "No, well, maybe not that scene. We don't want to get involved in this scene."
Try to pump it. It's like, "Oh yeah, I really want to pump you and watch your Coca-Cola sign. Is Pepsi all right?"
Pepsi Max. Is this a Subway? Why is only Pepsi Max available? That fucks me off.
Why does this say Asda Cola with a K?
Freeway Cola. Yeah. Yeah. Did you have? Yeah, that's pretty fucked.
The only other thing I want to talk about was Jenny McCarthy.
Oh,
who plays her ma?
Is that who that was? Yeah.
Jenny McCarthy. I don't know if you will have remembered Jenny McCarthy.
I do know who she is. Yeah.
Jenny McCarthyism.
Yeah.
Jenny McCarthyism was when she tried to hunt down all the communists in Hollywood.
Jenny McCarthyism.
Jenny McCarthyism.
Trotsky says hello. Just rams a fucking ice cube. An ice cube, not even an ice pick. An ice cube in someone's eye.
Jenny McCarthy. Shagging all the communists in Hollywood out of the place.
That's so good.
Jenny McCarthy was like I think
Playboy money.
She was a Playboy model. I don't know if she was in Baywatch, possibly, but she
That's
was like
I had her as just someone like that.
She was in the front cover of all men's magazines at one point. And no, looking at, she's She's got an incredible body. She's not actually that good.
Nah, no.
She's got a very slapped in the face with a shovel face.
Yeah.
It's a very flat face.
80s Playboy bunny. I
Yeah.
feel like they're all kind of like that.
But she's a massive vaccine denier.
Oh, shit, fuck's sake.
She refuses to have anyone vaccinated. That's her kids and all that kind
Okay,
of shit. So
Mm.
that's the only new thing I know about Jenny McCarthy.
Fair play to you, Jenny. I think she
Yeah.
was in a film, a comedy film
She
recently.
only enjoys one type of prick.
That's just the meat one. You've just done.
I've done exact.
It's a better
same
one,
joke.
but it is the thing. I have two things on it, and I was like about making the thing. It would again, number one, it would be good if they actually did end the for the movie. If if it was the exact same movie, but the last thing they actually just like cut open his throat and shit in his woodpipe or something, right? And you're like, Jesus, because it would then that would have come out of nowhere, right? But I have a good one, right? I say, right, if it was the same film, but the last second, it's zooming out there at that high school. It zooms out, and it says Columbine, and it and it says April 20th, 1999, right? And that is the first thing. John Tucker, he must die because he's the shooter. He turns into that little kid Ed or something.
Oh my God!
That's what it is. That's what cracks him because they're trying to ruin his life, And then like if there was another scene, it would be them four hiding under the bleachers and him rubbing the gun off the varnished floor, trying to hunt them down.
Fantastic.
That's would have been.
I actually think we could take that further.
John Tucker Must Die was the police. We need to kill those guys before he takes out anyone else.
I can't think of any high school film. You know how in most high school films there's a triumphant scene at the end, and normally what will happen is they'll all have learned, but it will have the two main characters and they'll reunite, or they'll get off each other, or they'll settle their differences, and then they'll walk away, and the camera will pan up to a full load of the school, and everyone just milling about, going to classes and stuff.
Yeah,
and then the credits
yeah.
will roll. If in every single high school film it panned up, and then just somewhere in it there was one kid walking in with a massive bag and a trench coat on. Like if you could put the boys from Columbine in the last scene of every high school film, that'd be fucking amazing.
It was like Remember Me. That it would have been the same shock as Remember Me,
Yes.
the rom-com in 9/11.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
The end of American Pie. You just see Stifler getting fucking mowed down.
You fuck my mum. AR-15 into himself.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking
So
brilliant.
that would have been it. That's what my thing.
That would have improved immensely.
Yeah, because then you would have been like, oh my God, there's a heavy message in this.
Yeah.
Don't turn people into school shooters.
Yes. See.
Yeah.
Right. Do you want to know what we're doing next week?
Yes, let me see. Let me see what we're doing next week.
Right.
Have you? No, is this going to be right? No, just fire it up.
Well, a lot of people will think this is us back to doing a decent film. Me personally, I think it's us keeping on the same trajectory of utter shite.
Okay, good.
So it is M. Night Shyamalan's
Yes.
Signs.
Oh, this film is going to be perfect because this is actually a big film. It's enjoyable,
Yeah.
but it's shit. Like
Yeah.
all his films, it's pure plot
It's
lines,
absolutely terrible.
plot holes.
And it's got my boy Gibson in it.
Yeah,
So-
fuck's sake. And he's losing his mind. See him and
Yeah,
Joe Rogan
I
again.
know.
And, oh,
So
my
we're
God.
doing
Perfect.
Signs next week.
Brilliant.
But apart from that, and then Ryan's special's out.
Oh, yeah. The dreaded. It's out. It's finally out. Yeah. Yep. It's out. Go watch it. It's on the Roast Spotlight. I was like, finally put it out, and I was just like, okay, this was meant to be for clips.
Yeah.
But it's out. So
Yeah.
go watch
Can
it.
still be for clips.
It is. It's going to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
I mean,
Is it doing well so far?
it's all right. Like
Yeah.
a couple of thousand. Two days. I guess it's been out 2 days, isn't it? 2.5 days. So it's about 3,000 views.
Not
so
bad
it's
at
all
all.
right. It'll be grand. In fairness, like I didn't have anything on my actual YouTube, so I was like, if I get if I get 5,000 people watching this, I'll be shocked, to be brutally honest, because it's just traffic reasons. I'm not
Yeah.
into the internet as much as whatever. And then they were doing it, and I go, oh well, I probably will hit the 5,000 in a week or something. So that's pretty handy.
Good stuff.
Handy enough. And
so
I've
yeah,
got tour
please-
shows as well.
Please go and watch that. That obviously I'll put the link for the special and for your tour.
Yeah,
At
mini
the
tour.
bottom of that.
Wee mini tour.
I've also got my tour dates up. And if you were at the Belfast or Dublin shows that I was opening for Troy Hawk, then I now have Belfast and Dublin dates at Whelan's and Lavery's.
Oh,
so that
two belters.
Yeah,
two
and
belter
if you were at
venues.
Manchester as well, the Manchester date is on sale as well. And then more dates will hopefully be going up before the end of the month. Anything else?
Fuck it. We'll go on to it. We have a Patreon. We'll go to that.
Keep supporting us, spreading the word and all that kind of shit. We still have merch and stuff like that. You can sign up to the Patreon, all that stuff. But
Bingo.
we'll see you next week for signs.